Rubaventura. My pockets is fit, that Rubaventura. I go hard for my city, that Rubaventura. I'm up in the gym, that Rubaventura. I go hard for my kids, that Rubaventura. My pockets is fit, that Rubaventura. I go hard for my city, up in the wood. I'm grinding all day, like chopping the wood. I'm swinging these ways, put it all on the line, and I'm leaving my print. That's all on my life, they gon' remember my name. My health, my wealth, all that got drained. Had me pinned down, I was locked in that cage. Finally got out, my motives have changed. Invest in myself, this shadow got gains. Business on business, shit, who would've thought? My people's in need, I'm always on call. Manifested these dreams, I got what I want. I conquer.
What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Insomniac Elite Garage Sessions, and today, on a very special rainy day in Linwood, California, it's pretty nice. We're going to talk about some things that are important. Every time I start to think about some of the projects I have ahead of me, I do get stressed out, right? I get stressed out. I sometimes tend to feel a little uncertain. I don't know where I'll be headed in some of the things I have to do. I don't know how to approach them all the time. But one thing I can rely on is my ability to create a plan and a strategy and how to take advantage of that. And one way that I do that is I basically do this. I think about in my head before I write anything down, okay? Or you can write this down if you'd like. I think about where I see myself, how I feel, and who I'm around in the next couple of years, right? Depending on how long the project is going to take me to accomplish. Sometimes it could be a year, sometimes it could be a couple weeks, sometimes it could be a couple days. But with this specific plan that I have and this specific thing that I want to accomplish, it's going to probably realistically take about, let's say, another year to fully get everything done, right? So what I do is I think ahead, right? I do this. I say, who am I around? Who's working with me? Who is not necessarily doing things for me or making things easier for me, but who's around me that is motivating me when I don't feel motivated? Who is making me feel like I got a chance to do something great too? I won't mimic their things. I won't copy them, right? But I'll say, fuck, that is what I want to be. And that's what I aspire to be. And I'm glad that they're around me for me to see this firsthand. And I'm going to push harder on my own specific goal. So who's going to be around me at the end goal? Are they going to give me that feeling of satisfaction that things can be accomplished? The impossible can become possible. Now, how do I feel reaching that goal? Because remember, sometimes accomplishing a goal doesn't mean you're going to be happy. You could be sad at the end of that accomplishment because of all the sacrifices and losses you've had. You will accomplish it, but it doesn't always happen the way you feel it will in the start. You might assume that you're going to be happier with a specific amount of money that is growing, but that's not always the case. So I make sure to plan ahead for that as well. So what I do is, how am I going to feel? How do I plan on feeling? Is that amount of money going to keep me happy? Are these people around me going to keep me happy? How am I going to keep myself happy? So I think ahead of that. And lastly, I think about if I'm going to get closer to becoming the person I actually want to become. Is it really me? You know, is it me that is doing this? So to make everything short, right? Basically what I'm trying to get across in this message is 2023 is coming around pretty damn soon. You know, Christmas is over. New Year's Eve is coming. New Year's Day is coming. there's going to be a lot of doubt in a lot of your heads and a lot of your minds, and there's going to be a lot of feelings of self-doubt if you can even continue in the next year following your dream, because last year or this year wasn't an accomplishment for you. Don't put yourself down right away. You still have a chance. So the way I see it is this: approach this next year in about a week or so, right? Approach this year with a little bit more of an optimistic look, but be realistic, okay? And the way that you do that is by doing those simple things. Think ahead. Why didn't you accomplish what you've accomplished? Who kept you behind? Was it yourself? Was it your circle? Was it following the wrong journey? Whatever it was. And start thinking clearly about what's going to happen next year and who's going to be around you for that next year. You're going to have to start cutting some people off. You're going to have to start cutting some habits off. And you're going to start having to cut off the bullshit that you tell yourself. This is something I'm extremely good at. And I find that when I'm alone, and I'm alone with these thoughts, I'm just speaking the way I think, so it could be sounding all rambled on and mumbo jumbo all over the place, but that's just how my brain is. And I've always been like this since a young age. I've always thought in weird roller coaster motions. Thoughts always were misaligned, but then at the end point they made sense. So that's how I am. And it works for me. So hopefully you guys can put this puzzle together and make it work for you, if it makes sense. So now, I am going to be having a birthday on the 30th of this month. It's the day before New Year's Eve, and I'm going to be 35 years old. Now at 35 years old, you guys might see what I project on my social media and see that I have a family, see that I have a wife, see that I have children that are healthy, that are great, that are smart. I have a newborn son. I have all these things. I have a business. I have multiple incomes. Things are growing. Great people follow me. I am appreciative of all you guys. But that's not exactly my entire life. I don't live the perfect life. I don't have the perfect system played out for absolutely everything that comes along in my life. I don't have the right answers for everything all the time. And I don't have the most of friends in my real personal life. I don't have a lot of people that I can call and reach out to that are going to be of an assistance to my business. I'm not saying I have zero. I have a few. But these people are much older than me. These people have already lived what I've lived and are successful. They've made millions. And they stay behind the scenes, and they like that. And they're what I consider my guardian angels, my mentors. I have a couple of those. And they have pushed a lot of my doubt away from a longer time ago. And I'm telling you, I don't have the perfect life. I don't have the perfect situation going on every time. But what I do have is resilience, and I have the ability to keep working hard. I work hard as fuck. I work harder than the most average person, I would say. I don't settle. I never do something I don't want to do. Anything I do, I wanted to do it, regardless of the consequence. That's just who I am. I knew when things were going to go bad, but I knew that it had to go bad before it got good. And that was a sacrifice I wanted to make. And I did those things in my life. And it turned out bad in some situations where I would lose relationships and things like that. But I learned how to cut things off and cut people off and take a risk that didn't seem normal, because I knew the long-term goal was going to be something great, and it was going to come from that. Sometimes we take risks that are good by saving money. We're risking certain things like expenses or buying or risking that people will be unhappy with us because we don't buy them what they want. Those are pretty normal risks. That's self-control. But I'm talking about risks where you can lose your life. And those are the ones I took to make sure that I came across as the person I needed to be. I needed to be tougher. I needed to be more mentally strong. And I needed to be able to protect my future family, which I now can. So that's just my life. That's just how I am. So the advice I'm trying to give out, actually, it's not even advice. I'm just venting, okay? You take it as you like. And I know I'm dragging this on, but, you know, it's okay. This is just a conversation as if you were sitting right here next to me, the owner of Insomniac Fleet, the CEO, right? I estimate in a couple years that I will be a millionaire. That's the way the numbers are projecting, and that's the way I want to keep them. But I'm going to tell you something. Here's what I do. I am starting to watch everyone from 2022. I am starting to observe them even closer. From the beginning of January 2022, I was observing people, and I was observing how society was moving forward. And sometimes as they were moving forward, they were actually taking steps back and they didn't even realize it, which led us to the point that we are now. A society full of doubt, a society full of people who are depressed or feel they're depressed, a lot of self-hatred going on. A lot of mistakes are being made. People are getting robbed and hurt. We're in a place where people are desperate for things. And I kind of saw this coming along since December of 2021, to be honest with you. And the reason is because I study all these things. I study all these things by myself. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of articles, and anything that's worth repeating is going to repeat. And that's how I do business. That's how I make money. I know based off of what I read in books, in different articles, different things that have to do with how the economy moves in a circle. It's all repetitive. It's all repetitive, and I caught on. I caught on because I read. So, as we're going into this place of inflation, recessions, and all these talks about losing money, houses depreciating, it's 2008 all over again. And if we allow it to become 2008 again and not capitalize on the fact that shit's going bad, that's stupid. That's a stupid move. And I'm not going to allow that to happen, which is why this company survived through the pandemic, which is why this company survived through the curfews, through the lockdowns, through the mandates, which is why I wear the symbolism of the mask all the time. Because it's a memory for me that nothing can take me down. No one's opinions, no one's ideas of what is right and wrong, because it's all BS. I'm going to try to limit my cursing on here so I can have my retention a little higher on YouTube, because I noticed it was taking a dip. But I want people to actually listen to what I have to say, so I'll try to limit the cursing. But to be honest, like, anything that I believe, anything that you believe, anything that anyone believes, is still coming from a foundation of what we were taught to believe. And we got to slowly break out of that. So anything that's out of the normal, I want to do in a more Ruben fashion, I guess. I'm creating a Ruben style. So yeah, when you're coming into 2023, you will be faced with a lot of doubt. You will be faced with a lot of like, freak, now I have to start all over again, right? So you're gonna have to start all over again. You feel like your dreams and your accomplishments were crap because nothing got done last year. Your EDD ran out. You had to go back to work, and you're working remotely, which you thought was going to be a great idea, and now you're realizing it's harming your health. You have back pains, knee pains, ankle pains, brain pains, heart pains, every kind of pain. And now you're realizing that we actually need to get out of our homes and do our normal jobs. And it's affecting your health. So all of these things that seem nice are actually planned out. So how do we do this? How do we enter 2023 with a bit of a more optimistic attitude? Well, here we go. Look ahead at December, and we are on December 27th, 2022. Now I'm going to look ahead for Ruben, myself, to December 27th, 2023. Where am I? I'm in a new building. I am making 15 grand a month extra. I have bought a new car for the company, and I have yet to buy another home, and planning to buy a home in Texas. Now, that's covered. Bam. I would write that down. Next thing I'm envisioning is who's around me. I see the same mentors that I have that are way older than any of us. They're sitting there. They're having meetings with me at my new facility. They are finally on a payroll that's a lot more comfortable for them. And because of their sacrifices, they are getting rewarded. I have my family, of course, and they're watching everything I do. Now, how do I feel on December 27th, 2023? How do I feel about all that? And I'm being real. I am unsatisfied. I can see it already. I want another building. I'm having meetings about how I can buy another commercial building in the city of Commerce. And I'm trying to figure out how I can hire about 20 people to run one of my fitness facilities before I get out of there. That's what I have envisioned. Now, if you notice, excuse me, I never once mentioned that I hope I bring all the homies in. I hope that my circle of my homeboys that I grew up with are coming with me. I never mentioned that. I never mentioned anything about, I hope my family is on board with everything that I do to get there. Never mentioned that either. I also never mentioned the fact that I hope that people are inspired by me and I hope they buy my shit. And I never said, I hope that people believe in me. I never want to believe that people should believe in me. They don't have to. That's not going to make me successful or not. So, the other part of this is, I believe that a lot of people are getting stuck and not meeting their goals. I believe that they're not meeting those goals because they're stuck on the idea that they need to have those friends around. They need to have their brothers or sisters or cousins or wives or husbands there with them, believing in them all the time. And if that doesn't happen, their world is crushed. Their dreams are gone. You know, and to be honest, that's what's effing you guys up, man. It's really messing you guys up to the point where you're letting go of your amazing dream because other people are not believing in you, or other people that you wish were in your circle are no longer in your circle. I want people that are self-efficient. I want people that can bring in their own money without me. I want people that can create ideas and build their companies without me. I want people that can get themselves in their best physical shape without me after I've taught them the foundation. I want so much from others just to see that they are proud of themselves. I want those people in my circle, that imaginary circle. Because I don't want someone who is just like me or wants to be like me or always wants to say yes to me. I want people that say no to me. And if that means I have to let go of a lot of people in a business aspect, I have to let them go. If I have to let them go and get them out because they just keep saying yes all the time, I'm going to have to do that so that I can grow. I need people to tell me no. I need people to tell me I can't do something. I need people to tell me that they don't believe in me. I need people to say that shit's impossible. Ruben, don't do it that way. You're going to lose your money. I need that. That's what makes me feel good after accomplishing all the things they said that I can't. And I also want people that are going to say, no, Ruben, that is not the way to do it. I have a better approach. Do it this way. You're going to save yourself a lot of trouble. And that person should have experience and have had the opportunity to be successful through that same situation. I want those people. And I want them to see something in me that I see in them. It has to be mutual. So, if you guys are continuing to stop yourselves and limit your full potential just because family or friends or cousins or homies, the bros, my brothers, I love you, brothers. Thanks for having my back. Like, I don't want to say that. I don't want people to say that about me. I want them to say, damn, Ruben, thank you, man. That quick little solution to the problem you gave me worked out just fine, and now I can do it without you. I don't need you anymore. I appreciate it. I don't need your help. I don't need monetary help. That was sufficient. That was suffice. It worked. And that's when I'll feel good. I'll be like, cool, man. Let's go have dinner. Let's go fly somewhere. So now, you guys got to stop limiting yourselves. You got to stop slowing down for other people. If you have a specific goal and someone can't meet you to help you accomplish that, continue on by yourself. Stop trying to be the nice person, the nice guy, the nice girl. It's okay to leave people behind. Some people get tired and they don't want to keep moving with you, man. And you keeping them around when they don't want to be around is also bad stuff. You're creating more resentment with them by trying to keep them around, by slowing down for them, rather than letting them go and making them feel good about you and letting them continue to be the spectator of you and your journey. That's okay. I mean, have you guys ever went jogging with anyone? Have you guys ever went on a run with anyone and you end up running with someone that is slower than you and you're thinking that by staying slow with them, you're making them feel good about themselves, right? But to be honest, if you just maintain your pace and they can see you at a distance, you're motivating them to catch up with you. But if you're sitting back with them, cheering them on, talking to them, telling them, you got this, and you're slowing down, what they see is this. Damn, I'm slowing him down. I'm slowing her down. I feel like shit. Why am I even here? They're having a horrible workout because I'm here and I'm slow. That's what you're creating, and that applies to business and that applies to life. You guys need to stop thinking that because you slow down, you're making them feel good. No. Let them see your back. Keep your pace. Move quickly ahead and make them hungrier to catch up. That's healthy. That's competitiveness. We need to bring that side out. If they can't catch up, and they never do, and they just stop running, and you look back and they're 2 miles behind, that's destiny. That's just how it should be. But guess what? When you finish your race, you can walk back, say, hey, I'm done. Now let's finish yours. If you decide to do so, but finish yours first. Finish your race first. You know, I know this is going out into this weird turn of things in the conversation, but it's gonna make sense. I hope it makes sense, because we need to motivate others by doing motivational things. We need to do inspiring things. We need to make sure that we can accomplish things to make others feel like they can accomplish things. Think about all your heroes and all these millionaires that you guys look up to. Did they for 1 second slow down for any of their fans? Did they stop hiring personal trainers? Did they stop hiring business advisors, lawyers? Did they slow down for their family? Did they slow down for their girlfriends, for their wives, for their husbands, their boyfriends? They didn't. It's a lonely road. It's a lonely time. It's a sad time. It's a sad road when you're going into that next level of being a huge success. It gets real lonely. And I think you guys are afraid of that. I think you guys are afraid of being alone. So you're sacrificing yourself and your self-help. You're more like self-sabotaging. Your happiness is going away because you rather just stick around with the people who are not moving. That's got to stop. It's definitely got to stop. You are not motivating anyone. You're not helping anyone by staying behind. Give them an opportunity to catch up to you and feel great about their lives. Give them something to fight for. And if it means fighting to have a relationship with you, then so be it. So now the next step is, once we get all that figured out and I get all that figured out, I start doing the cutoffs. It's cutoff season. December, the last couple weeks of December, every year I do this. I look at my phone, I look at my contacts, I look at followers, I look at everything. I look at people I talk to on a daily basis, and it's cutoff season. You were on the team all year. You didn't help me win the Super Bowl. It's time to cut you guys off. I got my touchdowns, I got my catches, everything. My numbers are good. I start looking at the people's numbers. They're not so good. You're getting cut off. I know it sounds messed up, but it has to be done. It has to be done, because hopefully you spark something great into their minds that says, damn, what am I doing with my life? I really want to work with Ruben. I really want to work with Insomniathlete, or I really want to work with whoever it is. But I just got cut off. Why? Hopefully it gives them time to reflect and to understand what they're doing in their life. And that can push them to be this incredible human being, with or without you. It's a win-win. Either they find themselves and they're doing great, that's a win. Or they say, damn, I should have taken the time to really learn from this person. Let me make up this horrible time and start appreciating myself more and appreciating the time that I spend with other people. That's another win. And those 2 wins are for them. It's not for you. Your win is never going to be gone, because you have one goal. One goal. To accomplish something. It's your vision. It's your dream. It's your 2023. People can stay behind. And when I say it's cutoff season, I don't mean cut them off and ignore them for the rest of their lives. I mean, cut them off from conversations about business, cut them off about conversations on your dreams, conversations on monetary shit, your bills, how you pay bills, your personal life, your your romantic life, your partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. Cut them off of that. Have conversations only about what is between you two, and keep it simple. Cut them off from anything personal that belongs to you that should be private now. Because now you don't want that type of feeling or energy that is not as motivated as you to be entering that realm that you created. So maintain these relationships. I'm not saying let go of your friends because they suck. I'm saying cut them off from things that are not important to them, that shouldn't be brought up to them. So, there's a lot of people that I know that I have completely cut off. I have completely cut off because I didn't see any growth. And I know for a fact they still view my stuff. I know they still view my things through other accounts. And they still probably follow this podcast and check it out and whatever. That's fine with me. And no one understands what destiny should be until it happens. But now that I understand how it happens and what the patterns are for myself, I can change destiny. I can change things. I can change things for myself. Not for other people, but for myself. I have control over myself, not what other people do. This business has grown big, huge, tremendous amount since I've gone solo. Because no one's going to have the same passion that I do or the same care that I do. Working 7 days a week, 13 hours, 15, 16 hours. I have people that I do it for. So, all of this stuff, it all comes down to a few things. Stop caring about what other people think of you. And I know this is said by many people, but I'm telling you now, stop caring about what people think of you and your dreams. They don't have to agree with it. And when you accomplish those things, don't throw it in their face and resent them for it. You're not obligated to treat them better just because you feel bad that they couldn't accomplish anything. But don't resent them. Don't try to humble them in any way possible when you get an opportunity. If they see you driving in your brand new fucking Lamborghini, your Ferrari, just give them a wave. Keep them on your Christmas card list. Send them a Starbucks gift card. You can do that. It's a kind gesture. So, we just recently with Flock City, LA, same shooters on deck, Save Not Served, or Save Not Soft, sorry. We donated a Christmas tree to people that didn't have one. So that's another goal of mine. That's another vision. See, I want to work with Flock City, LA. He's a great man of God, everything. And I want to be surrounded by individuals like him. Motivated, pushing himself to the limit. No questions asked. No partners. Just himself. Killing the day every single day, in and out, for his family and for himself and for God first. That's the kind of person I want. No one tells him to be motivated. No one pushes him to do his job. My goal is starting off with one tree of a donation because, this came up pretty late. I think by next year, we're going to be donating away maybe like 20 trees. And these trees are high quality Christmas trees. They're not cheap. I want them to be luxurious. I want them to be expensive. I want kids that can't get it. I want parents to feel excited to give their children something that's unattainable monetarily. I want to be that person to help. Now that puts another thing in my head. Who's going to be around that I can confide in that has that same type of goal? If it's no one, then that's fine. I would rather do it myself. But I want you guys to think about something before we wrap this up. Are you limiting yourself and not accomplishing your goals because you're slowing down to help others feel happy with you? Are you not reaching your goals because you think that you might lose your current friendships or boyfriend or girlfriend relationships? Are you not accomplishing your goals because of the simple fact that you're lazy? Or are you not reaching your goals because you still haven't found how to be disciplined? I accomplish my goals because I work alone. Any major decision is done by me. I accomplish my goals because I'm not afraid to fail. And I accomplish my goals because I'm not afraid to speak them out loud. Even when I hear people say, nah, this dude's lame. He's out of his head. He's not gonna make this happen. But when I speak things out loud and I tell people my plans and my goals, it helps me be more accountable. It helps me stay on track because now I'm not the only one that knows about my goal. If I'm the only one that secretly knows about my goal, just like some of you might keep your goals a secret, all you're doing is this. You're basically saying, if I keep my own goal and I don't meet my mark for every week or every month and I don't meet my goal, it's okay. I'll meet it the next one. No one's gonna know. But if you tell your goal to other people and you start telling these things, that what you want to accomplish, and you fail, people will hold you accountable. People will say, hey man, I thought you were going to accomplish this by December. What happened? Oh, damn, let me get to work. You're right. So all this BS about, I don't want to tell people my goals because they're going to bring that negative energy. Nah, man. You're not telling people your goals because you don't want to be accountable and you don't want to be responsible for your failures. If you tell people your goal, they will keep you accountable and it'll help you reach your goal faster. You will meet it on time. That is the biggest advice I can give you guys today in this podcast, and I hope you guys didn't get too sleepy on me. It's a wonderful rainy day in LA, It's beautiful. And that's the number one advice I can give you right now is this. Tell people what you have planned, what your goals are, by when do you want to accomplish them, because you know what? They're going to hold you accountable. Don't keep it a secret because you're going to keep lying to yourself and you're going to keep pushing that little snooze button for a longer time. I'll meet it next time. I'll meet it next time. I'll meet it next time. And people will never know what you're trying to accomplish. And if you don't accomplish it, they'll never know. So you're going to keep yourself in a little safety net, in a little ego, it's BS. So all this talk about how telling people your goals is going to bring negativity to you to make you unsuccessful. No, it's going to make you responsible. It's going to make you accountable. And it's going to make you less of a coward. So I hope you guys have an amazing 2023 year. I am rooting for every single one of you guys out there listening from any part of the world. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm not doing these videos for the likes. I'm not doing these videos for the shares. I just hope that it reaches someone that needs to hear it. Now, tell people what you're up to. Stay accountable. Think ahead. Think about who you want around you. Think about your feelings. And push hard this year and get your butts in shape. Stop being overweight. Stop being hesitant on eating better. Stop drinking so much. Stop getting sick all the time, because people who are getting sick all the time, their body fat percentages are pretty high. They're not eating very good. They're drinking a lot of alcohol. Their immune systems are dropping. If you want to live longer, you got to act like you want to live longer. Eat better. Work out good. Follow me on insomniaclead_ on Instagram. Check out my store, insomniacleadgarage.com. All items are only online. Everything is created by me. Get yourself motivated. Get yourself on track. And it's cutoff season, people. It's cutoff season. And if someone cuts you off because they listen to this, and you listen to it after and you realize they just cut you off on cutoff season, just be a better person. They only cut you off to help you. And because it was going to help their goal get reached. It's not personal. Stop taking everything so personal, guys. I don't live for you, and you don't live for me. Reach your goals. Be strong. Stay active. Fight your fight. Alright, guys. Insomniac League Garage Sessions. Another deep conversation. I try to limit the cursing. Hope you guys appreciate that. Hope the retention number appreciates that. So, Insomniac League Garage Sessions. I appreciate you guys. Keep following. Keep subscribing. Now on YouTube. Bam. Hit the link in the bio.
I'm up in the gym, that Rua Ventura. I go hard for my kids, that Rua Ventura. My pockets is fit, that Rua Ventura. I go hard for my city, that Rua Ventura. I'm up in the gym, that Rua Ventura. I go hard for my kids, that Rua Ventura. My pockets is fit, that Rua Ventura. I go hard for my city, up in the wood. I'm grinding all day, like chopping the wood. I'm swinging these ways, put it all on the line, and I'm leaving my print. That's all on my life, they gon' remember my name, my health, my wealth, all that got drained.